Hi, this is the third video today. They say everything comes in threes, so it must be my day for making angry videos. Sorry, again, if you find my language offensive, fuck off, okay? Because you're obviously not awake and aware enough to actually be offended by real offensive things, okay? Because I find this word offensive. Asking me to call fuckers like these paedophile, which is Latin for child lover. That is an offence. That is offensive language when it's being related to fuckers like this. Men who raped babies. Okay, they raped babies. So apparently, the crimes were so gruesome that they could not even discuss them in court. They couldn't discuss the exact nature and details of the crimes because they were too horrific. Okay. They were going on for years. These are just the tip of an iceberg. Because look, there's 7 of them. There had to be more involved in this gang than 7. So there's obviously a lot of high profile people connected to these. Very likely. In all likelihood. According to the evidence and the amount of cover-ups. It is absolutely disgusting. Having tentacles that go around the world. Streamed attacks on the internet which were seen on every continent. The men preyed on the families of the children they targeted, in one case grooming a mother and father before their baby was born. It is, you know, would offer advice and guidance to others on drugging their young victims. Men aged between 31 and 51, including 3 convicted sex offenders. 3 convicted sex offenders! Already convicted. Nobody keeping an eye on them. They were able to participate in more abuse of more children. Passing sentence at Bristol Crown Court, Judge Julian Lambert said, "In the worst nightmare from the very deepest recesses of the mind, at the darkest hour of the night, few can have imagined the terrifying depravity which you men admit." It is just, this is Britain. Okay? Now, notice one thing. All we get up here, the main face here, the main pictures are these two, isn't it? We get this little thing at the bottom with the miniature images. Now, if these were Asian child abusers, doubtless, you know, every single picture, they'd be all lined up as the main headline, wouldn't they? And, you know, I asked Britain first. So, you know, supposing that you ever did succeed and take power in Britain, and according to you, every Muslim is a child abuser and rapist. So what the fuck are you going to be doing about these? And actually, what is there in Britain to put first, if not our children, who are at risk, not just from Asian child abusers, but from British child abusers? What are you going to do about these? How do you know Britain First, who are focusing solely on Asian child abusers, how do you know that people like this aren't supporting you? Because, let's face it, the Asians are a useful distraction from their own crimes, aren't they? It's a known fact that's what criminals do. They all gather around the scapegoats, don't they? Because according to Britain First, it's only Asians that attack children in Britain. Not British white men. And that is my big fucking problem with you, Tommy Robinson, Zionist. And it's not even your real fucking name, so I don't trust you one little bit. But, you know, this is what we have to put up with in Britain. And there's nothing being done. There's no child protection directives. Okay? Now we've left Europe, we're never going to have them. If we'd have stayed in the EU, Britain had reached a stage where we would have had to implement them. So another reason why the Tories wanted us out. It's absolutely outrageous. And you know, it does look very likely that the only reason why these people came to light was because of international investigations from agencies outside of Britain, because this is a global network. You're talking about a global network. This is what is going on. This is what is going on. And people are not waking up to it. People are refusing to accept the enormity of this crime, that the extent of this psychosexual disease that has been allowed to run rampant, unchecked, for decades, if not centuries, in Britain. And I tell you now, these are just the tip of an iceberg. Robert Davies said he would not go into graphic detail in open court about the offences, nor the content of online chat logs, footage and images recovered because they were so disturbing. Well, I'm sorry. We, the British people, want to fucking know. Okay? Because if children in our country are suffering things that disturbing, then we adults want to fucking know about it. We want to know what it is we are dealing with. We want the full fucking picture. Let us sit there crying. Let us get angry. Let us be outraged. On behalf of those children who have suffered that terror in our nation, supposedly a civilised nation. Well, I've known since the age of 13 that this wasn't a civilised nation after 13 years sexual abuse and battery of my so-called dad, who we had to flee from to a battered wife squat. And we report the crimes to the police and social services, and what do? Do they prosecute him? No! Persuade us all to rebuild a relationship with the fucker. And he abuses us all again. Do I get any compensation? Do I get any help? No, no, no. Just cast out into the world, left to suffer the damages on my own, judged by everybody. I've got no credibility. Anything I say, oh, take no notice of her. She was abused as a child. Well, I tell you now, Britain, you better fucking wake up, and you better wake up fast, okay? Because if you're not going to listen to the survivors in this nation, then enjoy the hell that you're heading to, okay? Keep on with your powders and your fucking pills and your fucking ignorance. Enjoy the hell. Do not say you were not fucking warned.